Hello there, people of the internet. Yes, I am back after a short little break for a few days. I've been away from town, but that's not relevant. What is relevant, however, is that I've been getting a request to do some more of these commentaries on recorded games. And I have a game which has no connection to the community that I'm playing in here. Really a game I've never really seen, but since this is high level Age of Mythology, or it should be in theory, I mean, I know that these two players here are quite high level. Yes, I would say so. So yeah, since I know it's gonna be a high level Age of Mythology game, I am going to commentate it, and it should be entertaining for you just as much as it is for me. So let's just jump straight through it, to it without any further ado. Yes, this is a Zeus versus Ra game. Definitely should be interesting. Also, I'm not completely sure. I mean, last video I'm pretty sure the audio was fine, but just to be safe, I'm going to go to options and lower it down a tad. There you are. Alright, so yes, we are currently looking at the Raw player here. I'm going to refer to him as MG eRo, just eRo. And eRo here is playing against the blue player, known as Elmo. Looks like, yeah, Elmo's playing as Zeus, and luckily for him, he found himself some good hunt there, in the form of these 4 rhinos, which sums up for 2,000 food worth of hunt. Not too shabby by any means. He also has this pack here, but on the other hand, we have eRo here in the top left, who is slightly less lucky, actually. Like, this right here is, yeah, just out of range from his watchtowers, but he does find this pack here, which I'm guessing he's probably gonna go for. Maybe. Not completely sure. He does have 6 villagers there. He does decide to rally one person there. This might be interesting. Yeah, it does look like Elmo does grab 1 goat. Is that gonna be it? Nope. All 3 goats have converted to blue. And it looks like Elmo just, my bad, eRo just decides to keep those there. And yes, the Pharaoh is actually fighting this Katashkopos, the scout for Elmo. He does not manage to, oh, spoke too soon. Converts one of the goats for whatever reason. And that was short-lasted. Oh well. This is actually like, I kinda like this skirmish for the goats. Definitely interesting, to say the least. You see 3 people working on the wood there, 2 readying up for gold, and the rest 6 are over there gathering those rhinos. And we do actually see eRo moving on to the hunt over there. He has a fair bit of villagers on gold. He's actually gonna take one of them aside to build some houses. Definitely not a bad decision. He does surround his watchtowers with houses, which is important since you're not playing against people who don't know what they're doing. You're playing against some actually good people who are going to raid you and attack your towers. So this is definitely something that you should do, right? We do see him laying down a wall here. Not completely sure. Does he still have no idea about? He does still not have an idea about those rhinos. And it looks like this is the kind of walling that he's gonna go for. Those are all granaries. It's an interesting decision. I'm not completely sure what to think of this. I don't think I've ever seen something the likes of it. Of course, the granaries are free and all, but still, it's weird, since the wall does have like, I think that's double the hit points. No, not quite, 1.5 times the hit points of a granary. But hey, I suppose don't question this guy. He's just gonna like keep a couple villages building, which is questionable since, I don't know, I'd rather have them. Why is, that looks kind of broken, this foundation, am I seeing this wrong? This foundation should not be this big, I don't think so at least. But what else? He is laying down the rest of his houses. He does have like currently 4 villages building, looks like it. Which is quite a pain for his economy in all honesty. I'm not completely sure what he's doing, but this guy, as far as I know, is considered one of the top players in Age of Mythology, as it is right now. So yeah, meanwhile, on this side of the map we do see Elmo getting a very strong income of resources. He's currently sitting at 18 versus eRo's 13 gatherers. He is going through with Athena very, like, at least I would consider a very early advancement. While on the other hand, yeah, eRo's also gathering up, yeah, piling up some food for advancement, by the looks of it at least. Is he going to though? That is the question. Does he? Oh, he doesn't have his temple up. That's silly. Because now he's going to have a really laggy advancement, and with Elmo going for 2 really aggressive military academies, this could end up pretty poorly for eRo here, depending on how well he manages to respond to the aggression that Elmo may put up. Again, this doesn't only look very silly, it's also very weird. And yeah, finally he does see those rhinos, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be irrelevant at this point. Or maybe not actually, like, yeah, if you could just get those guys who are gonna finish up really soon, if you could just get them over, start farming over yonder, that'd be fairly good. However, we do see Elmo grabbing Minotaur and is chasing, and he's going to try to take down some of these this walling bit that is staying in between him and victory. I'm actually really curious, like, what the fuck was going on there, as in why wasn't he just attacking the wall, but he's gone over it by the looks of it. Do see these guys pulling back, since I'm pretty sure eRo feels a bit threatened here. Let's see, Elmo has Minotaur, Hoplite, and his 2 heroes. And finally we do see eRo doing a 550 advancement. Like, that's when it finished advancing, I suppose. But still, quite a late advancement. However, this Wadget can really pound from a long distance, which is very useful for him. Compared to, actually, Odysseus' range is pretty much the same by the looks of it. So yeah, it doesn't look like it at the very least. This Wadget is taking a yep, there it goes. Only took like 4 hits or so. It's because Odysseus is such a heavy hitter against myth units. Yes. Let's see, we do see these guys here grabbing the last food, since it does look like eRo is going to need the most he can get. Elmo does have a strong force here, and I'm guessing he's going to try to apply pressure on the gold miners here. We do see that eRo pretty much ran out of safe hunting spots. Curious to see what he's going to do with these guys here. Is he going to get them all on that one goat? Because that would be quite silly. But hey, desperate times call for desperate measures, and it does look like this is a very desperate time here. And the fortification has been penetrated. And villagers being attacked. This does not look very good for eRo. We do see him putting down some farms. Since he ran out of safe hunter spots. That is an armory right there. Is he seriously going to try to get heroic age with this kind of advancement being forced onto him? Because that would be something that I honestly doubt working. I do see him, Elmo pulling back here for whatever reason. Actually, let me go ahead and never mind. There's no third player. I wish there was a spectator so I could, you know, properly select both people's armies without having to switch here. But alas, eRo here is repairing that wall by the looks of it. And, yeah. Curious to see if he's going to try to repair this bit right here. Don't think he can really safely do that. But, that I do like. Armory walling is quite interesting, but this Katashkopos is probably going to discover this little encampment here, and is going to... That's going to put a damp in eRo's plans by the look of it. We do see one watchtower being taken down, and I'm guessing it is going to fall. There it is. That guy's almost dead, unfortunately enough. Lots of pressure being applied by the Zeus player here, which is definitely a good choice. This, however, like, this is not really the best things that could happen to you, because eRo just lost a whole lot of economy by having to move these guys, and because they're moving as they're gathering, they're really doing a poor job at being effective. Yeah, we do seem attempting to rebuild that. He did, like, if you see here, he only built them up a little bit, just so that this terrain here would be unpassable, except for the case in which Elmo decides to kill those granaries, which wouldn't take long by any means, but still. We do see Elmo deciding to say screw it to that mining encampment there, and just go straight for this push, which actually has a lot of potential. We do see here an exposed watchtower, and yeah, those woodcutters are really not in the best spot. However, eRo is advancing through Hathor, as you can see up here. This watchtower is going to fall, no questions asked. And it does look like eRo sort of managed to... Oh, I should probably turn that down, turn off. My bad. We're back. Alright, my bad. Yes, let us get back into this game. So, unpause. Yes, pressure here. Sort of, not really. But pressure here, definitely happening. However, heroic age. Yes, quite. We do see Beschusos and the rock. Meanwhile, though, I'm guessing this town's watchtower is going to fall, which is not necessarily. Oh, are we seeing a fast mythic here? Is that what's happening? Guessing. See. Nothing of interest there. This watchtower is taking damage by the looks of it. However, this migdal here doesn't get to prevent that from going up, and that's going to be a really strong point for eRo here. Also, I think I could really question why Elmo did not yet grab any town centers. because he does have quite the advantage in the form of map control and whatnot. So yeah, we do see a bolt being cast. I'm guessing that was on the rock. And yes, not much else really going on. This little party here did his job. There's no towers over back there. Now, we do see the Zeus being recruited and chariot archers as well. Chariot archers will probably, I mean, will definitely do a good job since this Elmo player over here does not have any stables whatsoever. And that's not really that painful. It didn't really kill any villager. However, yeah, that guy is going to get picked off. Other than that though, I don't really see any damage dealt by that locust swarm over there. Could have gone there for our player here, eRo. Yes. Map control is being slowly taken back as the unit comms going more and more in the advantage of eRo here. And those pursuit shots and the great range are definitely going to come in pretty handy. Would like to see some priests being recruited, at least against that Minotaur. Also worth noting is that we have yet to see a shifting sands being cast. Okay. Elmo is amassing quite a load of forces. However, he is like rejecting battle, obviously, since he does not quite. Oh, he does, however, decide to run away from this spot here after building a stable. I'm still waiting to see the hippicons. He did, however, grab a Tausena here. Not quite sure if he's going to try to boom as well and get to mythic. He does seem to be gathering up his resources a slight bit. Not really getting. My fucking god. Just be right back. Alright, yes, let us unpause. So yes, Elmo does seem to be gathering up some, piling up some resources. I'm guessing for the advancement to the heroic age, and later to the mythic age. Do see this chariot archer being taken down. However, there's 3 more coming. What is going on here? We do see a lot of Pastuchos. And I don't know. I guess it's not a bad idea by any means. Oh wow, that was sexy. That is very sexy. Yes, I was going to say, I'm guessing it's not really a bad idea since Greeks do have a limited amount of heroes that they can use to deal with myth units, albeit very strong heroes. Those 3 chariots there. My bad for yawning. It's kind of late. I guess I am kind of sleepy. But yeah, those 3 chariots there in the back are wreaking havoc on Elmo's economy. And we still don't see him getting enough resources for the hero gauge advancement just yet. And now eRo is slowly climbing upward, up in points. I guess it's kind of a pleonasm to say climbing up, but my bad. So yeah, he is climbing in points, and yeah, does look like the early game pressure did not affect him to the point where it would make him lose at a very early point in the game. However, this push here is quite interesting to see. We do see restoration being cast here. However, Elmo decides to go for a really interesting play here, moving those hoplites away from the town center. And that might, yeah, it does look like it will be the end of that push there. Does the town center go down though? It doesn't look like it. With so many villagers repairing it, it does look like it's going to resist the attack. Yes, quite. So yeah, that puts Elmo here in a really bad spot. Because he does not have an army anymore, which makes map control virtually impossible to attain. And yeah, he's in the classical age as well, so that's also putting him at a disadvantage. eRo could very well save up some resources to go mythic at this point. Does have a lot of wood gatherers actually, which is very interesting. And still, like, so much time later, we still have no hippicons coming out from Elmo's stables, which is very bad. I do see another Migdal going down, which renders this gold mine here safe, I suppose one could say. Both players are like fighting for map control at this point in the game by the looks of it. Elmo here being on the defensive. I would really be interested to see eRo go for that sort of military buildings there. I don't see any siege from him, which is actually quite questionable since the Egyptian siege is very effective. That villager right there is just wasting his life. Which is really bad for Elmo. He really should do a better job at microing his units to make sure that he doesn't use units for nothing. Especially since he's not in the best position at this point in the game. At least by my standards. We do see a Migdal going down. Which is definitely going to put some pressure on this gold mine right here. However, eRo does have a plethora of other choices to go for. Now, he has this gold mine, he has this gold mine, he has these two in the back. So yeah, really gold is not going to be an issue for him anytime soon by the looks of it. Do see him getting to the heroic age, and I'm guessing he's also saving up resources for the mythic. However, this is like, you can see here the effects of the harassment. His economy is dropped to something around like somewhere between 20 or 30 villages, whilst eRo here has quite a sizable amount more, somewhere around 40 something. So yeah, we do see Ra's abilities being put to good use here, as like, and by that I mean economy is really being hurt for Elmo here. Another town center being grabbed for eRo grants him a certain lead in economy for the rest of the game. While that's happening, Elmo is trying to survive and gather enough resources to be able to... Actually, never mind, he's not lagging behind that much, it's just that he has these villagers not doing anything. But yeah. Like, his hope here is definitely going to be the Mythic Age. Since, like, yeah, that's the only point in the game when he's going to get the units that he needs in order to be able to fight with the Egyptian late game. Which, by the way, is really freaking strong. I can tell you that from my own experience. And So it is, by the looks of it. Another Migdol pressuring here. Lots of gold villagers here. They definitely are needed, by the looks of it. However, this Migdol is being pushed here, which renders this gold mine as a potentially recapturable position. Yes. This fight right here doesn't seem to be going in eRo's favor. Mainly because of the switch ups in army comp for Elmo. Which I could not agree with more. By any stretch of the imagination. This Manticore here is a very strong unit, by the way. Like, he is pounding heavily. However, he does die. We do see mercenary cavalry being used by eRo. They do not have Hathal's upgrade for mercenaries by the looks of it. Just something that I would like to see happening. But yeah, eRo does seem to take the, push Elmo back. I'm not completely sure why there's a villager with his army. But so be it. Oh, I'm guessing it's because of the siege towers. However, like, this is kind of a throwaway. Generally, you wouldn't have villagers attack siege towers if they're near a tower or a town center, so you can garrison them and they don't take damage, right? But yeah, I'm pretty sure with the current army comp that he has, Elmo cannot quite keep up with this Egyptian player, and he desperately needs to get to the Mythic Age to get those sexy Colossi, not Colossi, I mean Myrmidons going, and Colossi as well, I suppose. eRo going for some really aggressive Migdols as you'd probably expect of him. What is he doing here? That's interesting. He does grab some, he does put down a siege works over here, which is going to be really annoying, especially once he gets Mythic and gets access to the catapults. Yes. We do see some skirmishes happening here. That Migdol does go up, and it looks like eRo's going to try to fortify this position with some watchtowers to ensure full grasp of it. This location is very well secured by the use of that Migdol right there. It does look like he is going for a very cocky play there, going for that settlement, whilst also pressuring this, which is fairly nice distraction, I would say so. It's quite interesting why exactly he doesn't kill this villager, since he does have three laborers. The priest does die, which is bad, because he was empowering this right here. However, with such micro-intensive battles, it is expected that things like that would happen. Yes. Watch tower being taken down by the siege tower, except not really, because villages do save the day. That granary looks like it's going to fall, which is not that big a deal, of course, but still. That mercenary cav is actually not completely sure of its efficiency. It does not have a lifespan upgrade. And we do see an underworld passage going down over here. That is actually a really good spot by my standards. Since, yeah, this gold mine is now very hard to utilize for eRo. He is going to have to fight fiercely for this position here. Instead of the town center, it looks like these guys here are going to build a Migdol, which is not too shabby by any means. We do see that siege workshops going down. Yes. And villagers are going to try to attack this position here, which is something that I find quite hilarious. Yes. Neither player seems to be in a position to save up the resources for advancement by the looks of it. It would be, again, very, very useful for Elmo to get through the mythic age and get some Myrmidons out. But since he is trying to pressure really hard and he can't really afford even a temporary loss of momentum, it does look like he is going to continue pumping units and postpone mythic age for later. Yes. This series of skirmishes does not look like it's going to get anywhere anytime soon. Yes. Is that? Yeah, that is some walling down done by eRo here. Again, we do see villagers attacking buildings, which is just a bit unusual for me, at least. Don't quite see that every day. Don't think so, at least. And that underworld passage does not go down just yet. However, it does look like it is possibly going to happen quite soon. That is interesting, actually. When you click on this underworld passage, it shows a little thunder on this one, and when you click on this one, the thunder moves there. But yeah, this aggression is something that definitely paid off for eRo. And with no safe gold there, I'm guessing Elmo is going to go over there in a position which really hasn't been contested by eRo at all, I wouldn't say. Yeah. Oh, it does look like he is taking a sweet ass time. Again, microing is painful and all. I'm guessing that's the cost for it. This underworld passage is taking a beating, however. Not sure how much longer it is going to stand up. I would have liked to see some, yeah, that does go down. I mean, not sure if it's as effective on Ra as it is on Isis, which is what I normally play, but I would have liked to see some sort of elephants being used. Since, like, yeah, they're tanky as hell, and this is a very, like, slow fighting here going on. And elephants do excel in that sort of close combat, like, yeah. And it's not all about mobility, you know what I'm saying. My nose seems to be clogged up, so sorry for that. Okay. This McDonald did get taken down. And we do see Hephaestus being researched by Elmo, so that might just give him the advantage he needs. Plenty. Definitely a big asset here. Not sure if he has the resources for Colossi. I'm pretty sure they require you to use gold, yes. And that is the one resource that currently Elmo does not have access to. And, like, not really. It doesn't have an excess of, however you wish to say it. Do we see... No, we don't see Myrmidons being mass recruited just yet. However, I'm expecting it in the near future. eRo is fortifying his position quite a lot, going for towers and McDonald's and siege works. Yeah, let's see. Excuse me once again. We do see the Mythic Age being researched by eRo as well. He is going through Osiris, so I'm waiting to see that Son of Osiris being cast. Where is eRo's hero, actually? I mean, it's Pharaoh, yeah. Oh, that mummy as well, definitely very strong. Where is the son of Osiris? Please inform me. Oh, there's the Pharaoh. And we do see Colossi pushing into eRo's fortified position here. Yeah, Elmo does look like he's in a pretty good spot. Do we see ballista towers being researched? No, but we see sun-dried bricks, which is very interesting. Ballista towers, however, make the Egyptian towers super strong. Let's see. No, did it get... No, not just yet. I'm guessing, yeah, the extra damages from the bronze weapons or whatever that was. Colossi. Being sexy as always. Yes, Prostagma indeed. I really question the fact that there's no Myrmidons being produced. Let me check this. They do cost food. So, I'm guessing that's the main reason. However, catapults being used. Catapults, in my honest opinion, the best non-myth siege unit in the game. Besides maybe destroyers, I suppose. Destroyers are also quite effective at their job. But yeah, that does get taken down by the Bellerophon here, which, in case you don't know, is a really fucking strong unit. Like, I know people consider him the best hero in the game, even better than the Son of Osiris. Speaking of which, finally, it looks like eRo did find his Pharaoh, empowering that market there, and he did cast the Son of Osiris onto him. This does take quite a pounding here, this town there. Excuse me once again. Yes. The Son of Osiris is slowly making his way over there. The Son of Osiris is going to be a very big pain for the Colossi that Elmo would output. I really question the fact that he's still making classical age units. I mean, there is virtually no reason for it, so why even bother? Also, I would like to see some upgrades on the Colossi, since they are still quite squishy. Do you see that one falling there? And with one town center, only one town center standing, does look like Elmo manages to lose this in the end. That Son of Osiris is, where is he? There he is. He is pounding that Bellerophon, actually. Bellerophon who actually decides to pull back, which is definitely not a bad choice. Or, I don't know, it is, however, probably a bad choice though, because it could have done quite a bit of damage to that Son of Osiris there. But oh well, so be it. eRo does grab the town center that he just destroyed. And this fortress is trying to get up. That is not something I like. These Hippicons have no line upgrades, or however you call them. Let's see, where is it? There he is. GG, however, since that town set does go down, it does look like Elmo decides to call it quits, since there's nothing he can really do. But yeah, the point I was trying to make. You see these upgrades right here? They are pretty damn important. I mean, they really ensure that your units manage to endure to the end game and become efficient and whatnot. But yes, now, of course, a very good game. However, I would have expected more. Don't quite know this Elmo guy, but since he is playing against eRo, I'm guessing he is at least sort of at his level. What I would have liked seeing is, for one, doing a bit more pressuring when he had the upper hand over here. He really shouldn't have let eRo get to the heroic cage, because obviously Egyptian heroic cage is extremely strong, especially for Ra and Isis. On the other hand, of course, eRo going for quite the risky plays by still attempting a fast heroic, even though he was being heavily pressured. I'm pretty sure he would have been better off just doing some classical fighting and pushing back the pressure applied with some X-Men and whatnot, until, you know, he would have advanced and everything would have been just fine for him. But yeah, also questionable, Elmo did not get Myrmidons, which are really the one of he did in the end when it didn't even matter. But yeah, Myrmidons are really one of the reasons why Zeus is so strong in the Mythic Age, and not getting them is just plain out silly. But yeah, all in all, it was a good game, even though, in my honest opinion, both players made the mistakes and could have played better. However, yeah, that concludes this match here. I would like to thank you for watching and for offering your support in whatever way, shape, or form that comes. And I will see you in the next video, whatever that might be. So, goodbye, everybody.